right. Is there anybody here? Um, so I'm in my apartment basement. There is an amazing sunrise out, and I just want to do my morning workout routine. First thing I did was, of course, coffee. It's 6 a.m. here. For some reason, it took a few minutes for this thing to start, but here I am. So one of the things I like to do is get moving in the morning, so that way I'm energized as the day goes on. And I'm sorry about the lighting, but there's very few optimal choices in here. So typically, I'm focused on something that will get me, get my blood pumping, have a good workout. Doesn't replace my gym workout, but is more of a um, supplement to going to the gym. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, but my sleep got really thrown off. I went to the lake house with my friends, and they kept me up every night till like 4 a.m. And the week after, I did not get up for a while. So the workouts in really two parts, maybe three. First, I'm going to do what's called the S&P 100 squats and push-ups 100 in 4 sets of 25 each, and just keep going. Maybe take a breather, as I do it. And then after that, two different mobility sessions. Each one is just focused total body, and then the next one is focused on hips. My hips are tight. I'm older. I'm 49, and things that have happened to me is just the hips get tight, and I don't want to be an older guy walking around just with a tight body. So that's a little bit of where I'm at. So really, the first thing I do is take off my shoes because we're indoors, and anytime doing squats, yoga-ish type mobility exercises, I like to go barefoot. So that's it. So again, I'm in my apartment building basement. So we can see we got some cool stuff here. We have foosball, and we have bicycles and other weights, etc. I usually go to the gym, but again, this is more of a morning workout, something that gets me kind of pumped up in the morning, gives me energy. I don't want to just wake up, check my emails, drink coffee, and go to work. I never really get a good flow or energy going. So here we go. Hope you're working out along. Let me know if you are working in conjunction with me. But first thing I'm going to do is get up here, and I am going to get my yoga mat ready. So I want to make sure you can see full body here. And I'm going to put this behind me. So first thing, again, I'm doing the S&P 100. You want to invest in the S&P 100. And the thing I do is 4 sets of 25 squats and push-ups. So I'm going to demonstrate real quick if you're not really familiar with the air squat, we call it. Basically, you just bend down, get your hips below parallel. And by parallel, I mean your thighs, and then back up. And let me just demonstrate here. Boom, you can see below parallel or at parallel, and then back up. And then I do 25 push-ups. And let me just demonstrate here. Make sure you can see everything. Boom, up, back straight, none of this, and up, down, right? So pretty simple. You might want to kind of warm up a little bit. All right. So let's get started, shall we? So again, the S&P 100, 4 sets of 25 squats and push-ups, and here we go. All right, and get rid of this. Always do a little procrastinating. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Full angle. 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. And I should have mentioned you can scale this to your fitness levels. So if you want to do 10 of each, called S&P 40, you can do that too. So do it for your fitness levels. If you're just starting out, working out, don't overdo it. All right, here we go. And push-ups. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 4, 25. That's 25. You can tell I'm a little bit winded, but I'm feeling good. So now back to squats. Second round. And maybe this angle is better. Such a beautiful sunrise out there. You can see through that window. There again, I'm stalling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And push-ups, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling good. Hope you are too. It's usually when I pause and take a sip. All right, back at it. Third round of air squats. There you go. I'm really feeling it. And it's okay to take like a quick break between sets or rounds, but try and go from squat to push-ups without a break. It can be kind of a badass. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't think that was a full squat. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'll do push-ups. Looking up at you here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And push-ups, try and get your upper arm at least parallel. Technically, you're supposed to go all the way chest to deck, chest to floor. That's a lot harder, and you do fewer reps. Good to do though. That's I lost count. Let's say 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Feel the burn? I'm getting there. Time to keep going. Final round, round 4, S&P 100, 25 air squats and push-ups. Let's go. Yeah. A little pause there. And one, two. Use those legs. Very powerful muscles. Three. I would talk more, but I lose count. 4, 5, 6. Swing your arms up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Whew. Push-ups. Let's do it. 25. A little further back. 1, 19. 6 more. Pushed out. 20. 1, 2, 3, 24. 25. Whew. Did it. All right. Whew. Hope you're able to tag along a little bit. And if you're ahead, I'll chat. If you're still doing it, I'll continue to chat a little bit. So I like to completely warm my body, get a pretty good burn, and most importantly, the biggest muscles in your body are in your leg glute region, and it feeds into so much else. With the good glutes and legs, it really feeds into your posture and everything. Coffee break here. So next, and this is something I've been struggling with for quite a while, is flexibility. Again, I mentioned I'm 49, and I do see age becoming a factor in a lot of things I do, in terms of like how fast I can run, aches and pains and recovery. So I've been doing this mobility routine every day to sort of focus on mobility, because you can be really strong, but not mobile. There's a lot of guys that are super buff and they have no flexibility. Trying to hit that sweet spot where strength, right? And mobility. I think that's really going to pay off, especially as you get older. See a lot of those older people that they don't have any either one. So they're really weak and strong. You see old people with really skinny legs and no muscle mass. As you get older, you have to fight that. I think it's called sarcopenia or something. And that's like the 1% muscle loss per year. Screw that. I still keep at it in the gym, trying to keep fitness levels up to at least what they were when I was younger. And, I am getting stronger, but the most important thing is I'm not getting weaker. And so let's jump into the fitness routine. The first one, or excuse me, the flexibility routine. The first one, and I'm going to have to set a timer here, like a stopwatch, because every 30 seconds, we're going to move on to a different one. So I wrote it all down. Let me just see if you guys can see me here. Is that good? All right. Again, wish the lighting here was better, but what can you do? This is so if you're watching, say hi to, feel free to chat, say something. Happy to answer any questions. And here we go. Finally cooling off. You can find flexibility routines everywhere. I like mine because I found it on YouTube from a lot of great, really fit dudes, all younger, of course. And but there were great comprehensive routines. And I honestly was a little bit worried about, I was a little bit intimidated by, God, flexibility. Those guys are nuts. And What I found out there was pretty accessible, and again, you can scale back just like the S&P 100. You can scale it back to the S&P 40, the S&P 60. If you can figure out odd numbers, the S&P 50, 4 rounds of 12.5 each. I think that's right. Yeah. So here we go. So if you have a yoga mat or something, I got this old one sitting here. And I got it at an angle here, so hopefully you can see better. And I wrote some notes. So this first one's going to be a full body one. And the second one, so both of these are about 10-ish minutes. The second one's going to be focused on the hips. I've had tight hips. I used to do martial arts, and my tight hips and hip pain forced me out. What's interesting about any sort of body pain, I had hip pain, but it had to do with tightness in my back, right? So the more tight my back was, the more my left hip hurt. So I couldn't throw kicks when I was on my planted on my left foot. So okay, so let me just start the thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is a child's pose. Just kind of go in a whatever position this is called. So the thing is, I like to do the exercises. I'm not a master of what they're called. So basically, the child's pose is like this. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds. You really want to stretches your back, your shoulders, your glutes. Just hold that. The important thing is to get a good stretch and not flex or tense any part of your body. You want those muscles to elongate. And here we go. All right. And 30 seconds, you basically pop back up. And now we're doing a cobra pose. And I always feel super tight when I do this. Ooh. What do you think of our rec room? There's also stuff down here that people have left over the years. It's foosball table, there's sofas. I don't know if you can see the bicycles. There's at least 2 in here. Old artwork. It just accumulates. So good spot to work out. Okay, next is the cow's face. This one you might need to scale back. Luckily, I've always been flexible. Basically, put one hand over the shoulder, one hand behind your back, and you pull it down. If you can't connect the hands, make sure, if you can't connect the hands, do this. So boom. So it's almost 30 seconds. And switch. And again, this one's hard to relax all your muscles because you're straining to get into position, but make sure you're relaxed and letting the muscles stretch. All right. This one's everyone's favorite. It's the behind back stretch. And basically you just lay back like you're at the beach, checking out babes or dudes, whatever you're into, or whatever gender you may be. And okay, we're almost at 30 seconds, but make sure you feel that in the chest, arms, but you really want to feel it in the chest. Okay, next one is the half pigeon stretch. You basically bring one of your legs up here and do this and lean forward. You really want to keep this as, I guess, straight, perpendicular as possible, and bend over. And you don't want to lay like this. You really want to be over like this to get a good stretch. Okay, I talked too much, but now we switch sides. Let's bring that over. Boom, want the back leg straight. All right. And you can see that's here, a half pigeon. All right. And the good old lunge stretch. So palm, pop up. You're lunging, one leg back. Oh, this is when I know my hips still need a lot of work. All right, coming up to that 30-second mark. Okay, and switch sides. And my right hip is actually tighter than my left one. Okay, I did miss a stretch. I usually do it in a different order, but this is the lower back stretch. You go, bring it back here. Boom. Bring your right knee over your left side. Important thing is my right shoulder over here has to stay on the ground. I don't want to roll over like this. And I'm just like a dude chilling. And approximately 30 seconds. And if you want, you can push down, pull down here. But you're going to feel a tightness in your glutes. I think that's 30 seconds. Remember, you don't have to be perfect with the timing, but as long as you go 30 seconds or over, you're getting a good stretch. Again, you'll see this better where I keep my opposite or my shoulder on this side down, and I pull here. All right, I started. Give it 10 more seconds, and then get ready to stand up. All right, little hamstring curl. So you don't necessarily want to lock the knees, but you want to focus on this stretch. And this is where I've lost a lot of mobility over the years, but I'm feeling good. Before I was up here, so I'm getting close. I can touch my toes. One thing in terms of muscle, you can use the little bit contrary to what I said earlier, but use your hip flexors to pull you down. In fact, I'm feeling pretty good today compared to a couple days ago. And stretch there. Give it 5 more. But make sure you feel it right here. If you feel it somewhere else, you're not stretching in the proper position. Okay, this is the bent over stretch. That's basically where you bend your whole back and curl it, and you kind of feel it in your whole back area. And give that another 15 seconds. All right. And gosh, I think one of the most vital stretches you can do is a squat. So I'll come this way here. A little bit over shoulder width apart. Come down. Try and keep your back straight and hold that. And you want to push out with your elbows. So you're using some muscle, right? You're driving another part to stretch. And in a minute, we're going to lean forward on our toes. The important thing is you don't want to be pressing with the balls of your feet. You just want to be leaning on them. So we're going to do that in about 3 seconds here. 1, 2, 3. This is called the tippy toe stretch. And you're just leaning forward. You're not pressing like this. You are just letting it rest. But there is space underneath my feet, and the camera angle doesn't really permit that. All right, so you're leaning forward, the tippy toe stretch. Now what's next? All right, next one's kind of fun. Okay, you feel that? So next, we're gonna pop back down, get on our fronts here. This is a quad stretch, and you can do it one leg at a time. Let's do both and just pull. So use some muscle, make sure your legs relax, but you want to feel that in your quads. And my timer's over there, so we're just gonna go 8 more seconds. Again, I don't know if there's a benefit to doing one leg at a time versus both, but I have, attention span issues. This one's called Around the World. You're basically gonna get in a Superman pose and bring your hands up and relax your neck. Better just put the face down. Let's see. Let's see. 10 more seconds. If you're anything like me, you might feel some crunches. The back today, I'm feeling pretty good though, pretty loose. All right, Around the World. Okay. We're at exactly 10 minutes in. We got neck rotations. So you basically just sit here, rotate your neck one way for 30, and then turn around and the other way. Start slow. Keep your shoulders loose. You don't want to tense those up. Just keep your back straight, neck loose. In fact, I'm not really getting stretch going. Here we go. Always been awkward. You always feel like your head's going to fall off. All right, the other way around here. I get a lot of noise when I do that. That's it for the full body portion. Any questions so far? All right, it's starting to get some light in here. It was a beautiful sunrise. It's a little cloudy, but hey, that's how it is. All right, so next we're gonna jump into the hip focused area, and I'm gonna bring in a little closer here, I think. All right, so here's some stuff I discovered doing research on mobility work focused on the hips on YouTube. So these are some of my favorite exercises. I'm going to jump into it here. It's never have too much coffee. So these are going to progress from like easy, a little more challenging and focused, and then at the end you get a reward where you're done and you're just chilling in a squat. So we're going to do 10 of these. These are basically, I don't know if I got these called, but they're like hip warm-ups. You might have seen them. So we do 10 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you feel the stretch. You can usually feel it there. I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, I'm going to start. This is my right side. So my right knee's up here. This is almost like that pigeon stretch we did earlier. Right? And so I'm going to focus this way, and you really want to turn your torque. Let me get that a little more open here. There we go. You can feel it here. Feel it in my glutes. Back here. So what you're going to do, so you're going to build up strength, and part of flexibility is applying some muscle contraction, and the hips are just oddly not utilized like they should be in modern times. We sit at our desks and we just live a life of quiet desperation, of painful hips. So I'm going to press down with his knee into the ground like I'm trying to push away. So push for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to try and push up here. So I'm pushing down with my hand, but this knee is trying to go up towards me and kick me. There we go. I'm going to do that 2 more times, 3 total times. So down, push down, and then push up. That's 5 seconds. 1 more. So push down, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we're going to take a little breather and just kind of stretch out and come back here. And you're going to really feel, at least I do, I feel it right here as I do this stretch here. I'm going to do this for about 10, 15 seconds. All right. Cool. Now this one, it's a little bit tricky because probably not used to doing it. But we're going to lift this back foot up for about for about 5 seconds. So basically, if you can't, just make sure you can feel some lift, even if it's not even a millimeter off the ground. But so I'm going to do it real quick. I've never seen it on camera here, how I look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I felt a serious burn right there, and that's good. Part of developing flexibility is engaging those muscles that are actually in use. Taking a neglected muscle and just stretching it isn't going to do much. It's a combination of, using that muscle and then building the flexibility. And let's do it 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The burn is less, but you're definitely going to feel it. Unless you're in amazing shape, then more power to you. Okay. And 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. How did that feel? Well, I felt a lot of burn here. And let's build it up now. Let's do a little bit of the flexibility. You just want to do like these hip, whatever raises on your trailing foot. I'm going to do 10 of them. So I think there's about 7 more. And really try and, bring it further up every time. I think it's easier if you lean back, right? You can get more range than versus up here. If I compare the two, yeah. So find a good medium distance. I lost count. Story of my life. Let's do 2 more just because. All right. You're done. Now off to the other side. So boom. All right. And good thing about a sort of a mirror or a camera is you can sort of see when you're not positioned great. It's very easy to just to do this. You want to keep this 90-degree angle right here. Okay. So again, I'm going to press down with my knee into the ground. If you're Chuck Norris, you would move the earth, but that's not happening with me. And lift up, resist with your hand, 5 seconds. Push down. Up. Push down. Push up. Okay, that was 3. I'm much stronger on my right leg. I just noticed that. Okay, so now I'm back and I'm stretching. And you're probably going to be feeling it right here. I am. So I'll do 10 more seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, now, now we're going to be lifting that back foot up. You kind of want to keep it straight back. You don't want to be leaning like this. You want to keep kind of above your waist, hip area. Yep. All right, 1, 2. Oh, this is not easy. 3, 4, 5. It's a very awkward move, but you can feel it right here and developing hip strength. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yee. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Okay. Good job. And here we're doing these hip raises. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And definitely isolate the muscle that is doing the contraction. You don't want your whole hip, both your hips tight. You want this one relaxed and staying down naturally because it's relaxed, not because you're forcing it down. At least that's how I like to do it. All that talking, I've lost count. Let's just do 3 more and really go further every time. Okay, I lost count on my last 3 here. Okay, we probably did a lot. All right. All right. Now things are going to get a little bit more real here. Loosen up those hips. Just, be glad to be alive. All right. So here's where this is the move that kind of scares me. This is the Cossack squat. So basically, I don't know what the Cossacks were doing, but damn, it wasn't fun. So basically, you're going to get down into a squat, and then you're going to go to one side, kick that leg out, and down, and bring this one up, toes pointed up. You want this foot flat on the ground, and if you can, be upright. I find I tend to hunch, but I fight it. So you're going to go, we're going to switch 10 times side to side and hold it for, 10 seconds each time. So I think we're at 10. Keep your hips as low as possible. And again, plant that lower foot. It's very easy to jump forward on your toe. Fight that. If you have to go higher to do that, that's fine. I used to start up here and I was dying, but I've worked my way to come all the way down here. All right. So that's 2. We're 20% done with this one. And then boom. You really feel it here? At least I can. So I think that's 10. If it's not 10, I wish it was. All right. Again, I'm hunching over. You don't really want to do that, but I'm doing the best I can. That's 10. So I think we're at 4 in. Oh my God, we're halfway done. And just transition gently, right? You don't want to. When you're a badass, you can just kind of do it with no arms, just your leg strength. In fact, I'm going to try to be badass. Oh, shit. Okay. So did it for a second. Let me just, there we go. Woo. All right. So that's 6. Come over here. Let me see if I can do it with no legs on this side. Or no arms. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so that's 7. And again, I'm hunching. Okay. I'm going to be 80% of the way done here with this move. Oops, I lifted my back heel. There we go, back down. You want to push here. All right. And that was 8. Number 9. push with your elbow, your hip out. All right. Number 10. All right. You should really feel it in the hips. And now we're going to do what's called the pancake. I don't know why it's called the pancake, but basically, you bone, bring it down. And stretch. You want to keep your back straight. You don't want to round it, but you want to get as low as you can. And you want to use those hip flexors to pull you down because you're stretching your hamstrings here. All right, we're getting close. The final move. So I'm going to go towards my right. And let me just check the time. All right, so I'm towards my right side here. And I'm doing like a deep lunge. And bring my foot out far here. And hold this for about 15 seconds. Really feel it in your hamstring up here and this hip. All right, and you can move that around a little bit. This is tight. Okay, let's bring it down and then start doing this. Little arm raises. Do 5 of those. All right. And now we switch to the other side. Again, I've been working on my mobility for a couple weeks. Still got a lot of work to do. So no matter where you are in this mobility journey, just track your progress. Yeah, just note your progress every day and be proud of the fact you pushed yourself and you've improved. A couple weeks ago, I struggled with every one of these moves, and I still kind of struggle with a few. All right, so, and hopefully you get a full view here. So, boom. If you can, damn, I'm tight. The guys in the other videos, they're like practically on the ground here. So get elbow down. If you can get both, I kind of try and get my left elbow. Oh, okay. About 10 more seconds like this. And start raising your arm up. And and then I like to just kind of do this with my hips and just let them know, thinking about them. You can really feel the pull here in your hip flexor. All right, now we're done. I appreciate the few that watched. It really meant a lot. I've been struggling with getting up early and doing my morning routine. And so this helped to even get maybe one person watching. If you're doing this in your own pace, you can be done in about 30 minutes. The S&P 100, the squats and pushups, 4 rounds of 25 of each. Keep going until you're done. Depending on your fitness levels, I usually finish in under 7 minutes. And then each stretch, the full body, about 10 minutes, the hips, 10, 15 minutes, depending on your pace. So you can get it done pretty quickly, and just make sure you get up early. Again, if you happen to watch, thank you so much. I'm Lars. My interests are being fit. Hit like, subscribe. Other interests: eating well, mostly around Paleolithic style, and just being active, fighting old age. I'm 49, and I'm doing everything I can to, you know, stay fit, mobile, active, vital, have a lot of energy. And so, if there's anything you do, feel free to comment. I'm always up for that. But again, hit like, subscribe. If you want to see more of these, let me know. I just did this to hold myself accountable, start getting up earlier because my sleep got thrown off. I love the talk. Maybe you like to hear me listen or not. So, but I'm going to cut it short here or end this. But again, if you happen to watch today, I really appreciate it. And yeah, send a comment, notes, anything, what you like, what you want to see. Always happy to add more. Cheers.